Okay, fifth and final time recording this. So I mentioned in a previous video the idea that I've found with this guy of being able to play sort of stacked fourths and stacked fifths, and you play them together and it sounds really cool. Gonna do it with one hand, kind of. Also works really well on the big push. So this was sitting unloved on a shelf, pulled it out, it's still very dusty, but some idea. So you can get lovely chords out of it. And as sort of neo-soul-y jazzy as it sounds, it's actually a surprisingly simple trick. So the idea is scale, the layout is fourths, the key, in key is actually chromatic. When you have it in that mode, playing two notes like that, that is a fourth, perfect fourth, that is a fifth, and which this obviously implies that these notes are all fourths apart. And going this way, it's obviously chromatic, which means that if you kind of go two apart, that is a single tone. And then I'm finding that if you play like sort of pairs of fourths with your hands, you can put them in almost any combination. Not that one, but most combinations sound really cool. And if it's bad, you almost just have to shift it by one, and then it's kind of cool. And then similarly, pairs of fifths sound really cool. So play a fifth with that hand, fifth with this hand, and start to move them around relative to each other. So that's pretty cool. And then you can do combinations of the two. So maybe a fourth with this hand and a fifth with this hand. That's quite cool. And then just sort of discovering that a lot of songs that I quite like seem to kind of fall into this sort of layout really nicely. So Noah, Lewis Cole, Hiatus Coyote, Dorian Concept, Sid Rim, anyone sort of in that sort of jazzy vibe, neo-soul vibe. So things like if I go down an octave. That is, of course, the Australian national anthem. No, it's The Lung by Hiatus Coyote. So to kind of to work that out, I just kind of recognized that interval there, and then I kind of accidentally pressed that note and went, oh, hang on, that sounds like a thing, and then realizing that the next note in that sequence is probably going to be very nearby, either like a fifth apart or a fourth apart. I guess it might be this fifth, and there it was. This also reveals another kind of trick that I'm using thanks to Kiefer, who does a lot of great tutorials about sort of jazzy neo-soul theory. That sort of like kind of roll thing that cool piano players do works really nice on the push as well, and on the move. It's funny by accident discovering that this same chord gets you into Milo. That he uses a sample that sounds like this. So a lot of that is sort of drifting off of that fourth and fifth things, but just having that as kind of like the basis for building chords and working things out means finding other things around it much easier. Similar idea from this chord I mentioned in the previous video. You can sort of add kind of color notes nearby, and you can just be very. It's chord theory to me was always like a real mystery, because guitar always gets in the way in terms of you can't play two notes on the one string, and on piano just trying to memorize the whole blacks and whites notes, I still don't do it. I'm just too lazy to actually learn it properly. But this makes sense. Suddenly all the mathematics and the kind of geometry of it makes sense to me. Even other little things, so like Evil Needle, it's very easy, sort of with a bit of tremolo and a lot of reverb, suddenly all your sort of chill trap sort of dreams come true. And another thing that you can do with this sort of knowledge of fourths and fifths is it's very easy to do like sort of kind of showy runs and trills. So starting from any of these notes, if you're going to build more fourths and fifths on top of it and just kind of go diagonally up. So let's go from say here, from here for example. So see that's like it's fifth, fourth, fifth, fourth, well not another fourth, fifth, fourth. So that makes doing those kind of things really, really easy. If you know guitar, you kind of know that you can do a pentatonic scale pretty easily, which is like 1 4 1 3 1 3 1 3. Although that tends to sound a little bit too Mickey Mouse blues run for me in these kind of tones that I'm trying to find. The other little tip is just knowing this sort of chord pattern comes up a lot. So kind of whatever chord you find, if you go down by 1 and then across and up by 2 and do the same thing. Oops. So that's a pretty common thing. What else have I kind of learned here? That probably covers most of it. Yeah, like I said, this is probably all completely ingrained in people who actually understand chord theory properly. It's probably really annoying any Ableton push engineers who are watching who designed this layout saying, well, obviously that was the whole design of this. But yeah, I just found it really funny that this was hiding in plain sight and suddenly went from really struggling with making chord progressions to I can't stop. I'm just making chords all the time, like right now, discovering fun things. It's so cool. Well, that one. And this also makes it easy to do kind of like sort of what I've heard is called voice leading, where if you're trying to sort of work out what the next chord should be, or just pick a note, ideally either the bass note or the top note, and just work out a different chord that fits on that. So let's go with say that one. From here might go to say this one, and from this one might kind of go down by a semitone, and then from here might go keep this one again. Move the bass note up, then might go from here to say that one. So it goes. It's really good fun. If you have a push gathering dust on a shelf, I recommend you pull it out because it's super cool. If you have a move, try that. Oh, something I did mention. I'm using this chord monitor thing that I found. It's a Maxwell Live thing. It's not bad, but it actually doesn't pick up a lot of the chords that I'm playing. I'm not sure why. So that one works. That's a F major 7. That's a F sharp minor 7, of course. But I'm finding a lot of the things that I just want to do doesn't seem to recognize, whereas Chordex on the Move, it does work it out. It's so cool to the point I'd almost start scouring secondhand listings for push 1s and push 2s because this suddenly makes way more sense to me. Anyway, enough talking. Have fun.